On a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it out. It's Irwin. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will get first crack at it here. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Doyle. Throwing right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the wideout, and that is incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited, and a lot of people expect to win right now.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. First points of the day are on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
Can't get him to the ground. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down?
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Doyle. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. To the air on first down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back, ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. He's got it along the sideline. Running through contact. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He fires a bullet to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. 3rd down play from the gun. Hit as he throws. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Hand off from the gun. At midfield, he's got room.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got him this time. Strong, firm tackle.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go
open field on the touchdown, Eagles! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Irwin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The Broncos want to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's Doyle. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the foot.
And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good...
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Give to the back. Fights off a defender. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Broncos just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Back to throw, it's Doyle. Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Broncos will hustle to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Tosses it incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
He slides that just inside the right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you...
Oh, he's got some space. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Doyle. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
past the markers. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Now improvising. Touchdown, Eagles! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw. It's Doyle. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it down the left. Off and running. Running inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this defense is figuring out early in this game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really
looking for the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. To the air on 2nd down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Trying to take it back. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Broncos will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Quarterback making adjustments. Now the play fake. Showing the arm straight down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Shows him the stiff arm. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can beat.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Rides the back on the option, the give.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Makes the grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Georgia Southern will have it now, first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. Second down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Doyle. Here's the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Firing to the right, complete. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. And
the coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The give out of the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Eagles are moving quickly down the field, trying to get the edge on the right. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got...
Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the beatdown has ensued.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Georgia Southern, 41. Western Michigan, 17.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Final play of the quarter coming. Gives it on the option. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Doyle. And that one's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down and 10. Looking deep down the right side. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the misconnection on the first attempt. gets a little looser. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Splits the uprights. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they... But it's an incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Doyle. Caught, close to the marker, it's Sanders. Still on his feet at the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Broncos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll go to the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got it.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over West Virginia. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Reads it, fires complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. This time on target. He'll get it all. To the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Georgia Southern will have it now, first and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Eagles. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
To the air, it's Doyle. Looking to the big tight end. This time it's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
Lofts one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together,